Okay, this is for 6th grade literature out of our reading books, okay? You guys should be on page 174. So we are going to read the story From a Long Walk to Water, okay? So our essential question, what does it take to be a survivor, okay? And that essential question is great for us right now because we're all kind of in survival mode right now, right? Okay, so quick start. How would you feel if you had to leave your home, family, and community without any warning? What might you miss the most? Discuss these thoughts with maybe somebody in your home or write these thoughts down. Okay, and also, isn't this kind of similar to something we're already going through? For example, if we rephrase some of these words, how would you feel if you had to leave your school family, and your school community, all of your friends at school, your teachers, your peers, everybody, without any warning? That's kind of already happened to us, hasn't it? So what have you guys missed the most from that? What are things you're going to keep on missing, or things that you haven't missed yet but you might hear in the future? Okay, so this story might have actually hit close to home with some of us on what we're already going through, right? Okay. So, analyze setting and character. A character is a person, animal, or an imaginary creature who keeps part in the action of work of literature. In realistic fiction, characters like real people have personalities and motivations. They experience life-changing events. The setting, or the time and place in which the action occurs, influences the development of the character. Elements of setting include geographic locations, historical periods, seasons, time of day, and culture. And you guys, we all know this. So, to understand historical settings, find the settings or the geographical location on a map and maybe read or learn about that time period. So if you guys look at that picture on page 174, that's obviously not a geographical location here in the United States. So I'm not sure where it's going to be. We're going to have to read to find out, and then maybe look up that location and kind of learn a little bit about it. To analyze a character, annotate and compare passages that describe the character's thoughts or actions at the beginning, middle, and the end of the work. So you'll go through the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story, and you'll kind of take notes and think of what that character is thinking and kind of how they change throughout the story. To understand how setting affects characters, note how characters respond to historical and culture events. Okay, and then there is monitor comprehension, that little blue box down there, a little chart giving you guys good examples on how to read to understand and comprehend well of the story that you're reading, okay? Okay, let's turn to page 176. Critical vocabulary. So we have collapse, hesitate, veer, scurry, and shoulder. I am going to read these and go ahead and just fill them in for you guys so you can understand. We know what collapse means. So a building might collapse if there were an earthquake, right? Someone might hesitate to join the swim team because they're uncomfortable in the water. That would give someone to hesitate, to not want to do it. A mouse may scurry when they hear a loud noise. It runs away, scurry, okay? When hiking, travelers might shoulder a cooler on their back. So they're carrying the shoulder up here on them. They're shouldering their cooler. If you were riding a bicycle that began to veer, you might try to get back on route, right? You might try to get back on to where you're supposed to be. Okay, so we know those vocabulary words. So go ahead, and I want you guys to make sure you read the background on the author and setting a purpose, and you will read A Long Walk to Water from page 177 to 182, and then on a Google document, I would like you to submit today, check your understanding 1 through 3 on page 183. Okay, and that's all for today.